Hello everyone, it's good to see you once again. My name is Armin for those who are new to the channel, and in this video I want to share with you guys the new updated Auric Basin gold farming guide. So before we jump right into the video, hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave a like. Why? Because you're definitely gonna like it, that's why. So going back in my previous Auric Basin gold farming guide, I can see now that there were a lot of things that I did not cover back then and was unaware of. But now, after doing many runs and doing a more in-depth research, calculations, material utilization, putting all that in a pot and cooking it together, I ended up having one of the most, if not the most profitable gold farm out there. And not only that, it's one of the easiest ones too. So of course, first you will need to have Heart of Thorns to be able to access Auric Basin. And second, you will need to wait for the Shiny Bubble week to come, specifically on this map. The shiny bubbles rotate between Auric Basin, Verdant Brink and Tango Depths, in that order. And you can always check in game which map criminally rewards the shiny bubbles. And remember, this is not a solo farm, so during the period of Auric Basin awarding the shiny bubbles, you'll often be able to find a squad in the LFG tool. And I'm starting to say shiny bubbles way too often. Doesn't this remind you of something? More bubble bubbles, bubble with bubbles, bubble bubbles to bubble bubbles at the end, where the bubble bubbles obviously bubbles. Keep bubbles and bubbles to bubble bubbles. When you get enough bubble bubbles, daily bubble bubbles.
So where do you see yourself going from here? Like after watching this video?
Fucking therapy, man.
Now, when it comes to preparation, there isn't really that much you need to do to boost your gold per hour. I'm going to start off by saying that you do not need to worry about banners if you don't have any. There are usually people who got that covered. So the food and utility that I use are peppermint omnum berry bars and sharpening skulls. And of course, don't forget to refresh them once they run out. So moving on to guild hall buffs, the one you should get is the map bonus boost. Having this will allow you to get the shiny bubbles a little bit quicker. And last but definitely not least, I would use a celebration booster and an XP booster if I have one. About the actual farm, I'm gonna save you a lot of trouble by saying that you do not need to know absolutely anything about this farm. Your only role is to follow the commander at all times and tag every event that he takes you to. It is his job to make sure that you participate in as many events as possible. And also, whenever you fight one of the veterans on east, west, north or south, for the love of God, please do not nuke them with DPS. Just hit them once or twice or as much as you need to get the gold and leave them be. I'm gonna save you the farming part because that is not important in this video. You were here to see where the gold comes from, so that is exactly what I'm gonna show you. So, around 2 hours later, because the full cycle of this farm is around that long, this is what I've managed to get. On the screen I'm gonna show you a breakdown of the gold I have made, but not just that. There are some things that most of us don't even consider. And these things can increase our gold per hour by quite a lot. A very good example of that is the amount of spirit shards that I have made during this entire run. Now, if you go to Gw2lunchbox.com, you'll be able to find out what is profitable to be converted at this moment. I usually go with the lodestones as I happen to have a lot of cores just sitting in my bank. And by doing this, my gold per hour increases significantly. And the funny thing is, that is not all. If you look at these Lost Arms of Auric Hero, they have a relatively good chance when opened to drop you one of these reclaimed weapons. And getting just one or two makes the difference that much bigger. These weapons have recently increased in price so much that they make this farm so much worth it. So combining all of this together, I was able to make almost 32 gold per hour. Pretty f***ing impressive, right? I really hope you enjoyed this guide, guys. I encourage you, go, give it a try, as this farm is really easy and very fun to do, and you wouldn't believe me until you tried it. Last month's giveaway has ended. The 60 precursor weapons, the 7 infusions have already found their new owners. But the great thing is that this month's giveaway remains the same. So 60 precursor weapons, 6 Peerless Infusions and 1 vial of liquid Aurelium. Your chances to win are still high as ever. I mean 70% for a precursor weapon, 85% for a Peerless Infusion and 50% for a liquid Aurelium. And if you're wondering how to participate, it's quite easy. This is how. You can also win one of the 60 precursor weapons, 6 Peerless Infusions and 1 Liquid Aurelium that I'm giving away this month to the people supporting me on Patreon. This way you get support my work but also have a really good chance to win something expensive in return. The winners are always announced at the last day of each month on my Discord, and the links to both Patreon and Discord you can find below. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will definitely see you in the next one.